Greetings, Ironsmiths. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, Episode 39, Iron Anvil, Part 1. I believe, if I am not mistaken, unless I want to save up for the bow, that I am... Oh, good, we have strong tannin. I am, very close to having the requisite linen. Yeah, I'm one flax twine away from having enough linen for the sails. The sails cost 4 linen stacks. So we're quite close on being able to windmill, which is awesome. Don't need to be walking around with beeswax or cobblestone or an empty bowl. So we've got a whole host of additional fire bricks fired up. Yeah, so I'm going to update make an iron anvil and spare bronze hammer. Now, I do have enough copper on hand right now to make a bronze hammer, but I probably want to do like a larger run of bronze to have spare bronze ingots so that I can form more bronze tools when I need them. Probably one for certain is a bronze chisel, so I can recover all the bronze in the anvil. So bronze chisel, a bronze hammer, and probably like spare bronze scythe and axe. A question to you guys, and I'll poll. How should I go about making more fuel for the smithy? Find anthracite or make charcoal? So charcoal is time consuming, but a guarantee. A guarantee because all I need to do is chop down some trees and you know, stick them in a charcoal pile or a fire pit, you know, fire, whatever. You've seen the process. And then anthracite is not a guarantee. I do have a prospected spot that could have anthracite, which is a fuel for forging, but it could, I could get out there and not find it. That's an equal possibility. Also, ooh, there's copper here. All right. So let's stop here then. Oh, you know what? Did not bring a spare pick. And I fully expect to run out of picks here. Oh, it's poor quality copper too. Boo! Whatever, it'll be enough. Now, the one thing I'm worried about is using the remaining durability of my hammer. Well, no, I have a hammer mold. Never mind. Because if I use up the durability of my hammer to smash this copper chunks into nuggets, even if I break my hammer, I can then crucible cast the copper and tin into bronze and make a new bronze hammer, no problem. The TLDR is you never, ever, ever, ever want to be without the ability to make a new hammer. So keep a hammer mold on you and keep like enough metal to at least make a copper hammer or something. Because if you don't have that ability, then all of a sudden you're like back in the Stone Age, not able to actually process your metals anymore. And I've done that once to myself in game and it was like, oh my god, I'm stupid, and never again. Make 2 bronze hammers? Probably a good wise idea. The thing is I don't have 2 hammer molds, so I'll have to like pour one into the hammer mold and then I'll have spare ingots, bronze ingots. I'll pour them into the ingot molds. I wish I had more ingot molds too. Although I probably won't need them. Because I don't envision myself doing a lot of crucible metals anymore. Crucible metals being essentially copper and bronze. And like maybe that's about it. I mean, there are other crucible metals like lead. Which I might make at some point. Because leaded windows are very pretty in the game. There might be more copper down here, but like it's poor quality copper and I just don't care enough to go chasing it. So that we can unpin this. I found copper heading out to get copper. It's one of those like experienced players, you're gonna find copper everywhere. It's all over the surface. Like I remember when I first started playing and I hadn't like trained myself to keep an eye out for it. And I was like, oh man, I can't find copper anywhere. And it's like, no, copper's actually kind of everywhere. Surface copper, that is. It's easiest to spot, obviously, in gravel fields because it stands out. But I constantly find myself just stumbling upon copper bits in forests pretty regularly because it's just everywhere. Alright, so you guys want me to maybe get anthracite instead of charcoal. Okay. This isn't my smithy. Can I fill 5 molds from Crucible? Actually, you can fill more than that. I just don't have extra molds. So, for this next run of bronze, I'll probably do a prospecting pick, because mine is nearer its life's end. I'll do ingot molds and 1 armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just like to do it in that like a batches. But you could fill your crucible and cast like, I don't know what the limit is, but it'd be 128, 128, 128, 128. So you could cast a ton at once if you wanted to. It's just there's not a lot of benefit doing high batch if you don't have a place for it. And the hammer survived, if you're wondering. So we need 92 of this stuff, 2, 3, 4, and 8 of the tin. $500 units of bronze, tin bronze. Is it fuel efficient for large batches? No. The amount of fuel it takes to heat up a crucible is dependent upon how much metal you put in it. So if you only have like 100 units of metal, or 20 units of metal to make 1 ingot, it will take less heat to heat it up. It calculates that as like having volume or whatever. So it's not more efficient to do it in large batches. In other words, it might be time efficient for the player, but it's not efficient in terms of fuel sources or anything. I guess you spend less for the preheating, yeah, but it's pretty negligible. If you're nickel and diming your production processes to that degree, you're not well off. It's going to be a difference of like 1 coal. Alright, well, we got even more cobblestone, which is great. That will allow me to do a lot of construction projects once the anvil's done. My vegetable nutrition is atrocious, but because of the nice porridge I've been eating, my grain nutrition has been going up. Alright. Sadly, this pair indicator is going to go bye-bye because this died. Dead tree cutting. I should just grab my axe. Now it's just firewood. Womp womp. Trying to think of what else. What other management can I take on right now? The bloomeries are still fired up. I guess I shouldn't leave the area while the bronze forges, or smelts, I should say. What do you think, Yoda? What do you think? So it was just voted that the next time I get fuel, I'm going for the anthracite. So I don't need flint axes for charcoal if I'm going for anthracite. So let's pin the anthracite spot. I don't know if I'm going to be going there anytime soon, but I might as well have it marked. I could also look for like gold and silver if I want lined stuff. I totally don't. I recall finding prospected anthracite, but I do not remember where it was. I thought it was to the northwest. Maybe it was further out? Upper AU. Was it here? No. I'll find it eventually. Very slowly. I don't think it was in this prospecting cluster, though. Even my character's getting bored. He's like waving his arms. Maybe it was up this way. Bismuth, tin, iron, borax, iron. A lot of iron, or decent iron. I don't remember where the anthracite prospecting was. Zinc, bismuth, zinc. I distinctly remember finding a node for it. But, I don't know where it is. So maybe that's a moot point. I could go looking for anthracite, but it's rare enough that it's not something I'm going to stumble upon easily. I swear I marked it down, though. Like it's somewhere. Okay, let me pull the extra fuel off. Get the tongs. That's probably been done for a while. Alright, well that will take a little bit to cool down. God, where is it? Alright, now I'm committed. We're finding it. Because y'all voted. So you're gonna suffer. Chromium. I guess I need to be more systematic about my scanning approach. No, I definitely wrote down Anth. Like I... Oh, there it is. Alright. Pinned. So it's way... yeah, it's pretty far away. It's pretty far away. All right. The bloomeries should be done pretty soon now. So let's take a look at the guide for anvils. Try to find... I want to show you in-game because it will be easier to show you. But it might be only on the wiki. I don't know if it's in the progression guide. Let me see. Smithing. Forge. Oh, you know, it might just be here. Ferrous anvils cannot be cast. They must be smithed on another anvil in 2 parts, a base and a top. Then you place the base on the ground while hot, put flux, such as borax, on top of it, and then add an anvil top, also hot, and then use a hammer several times to fuse the 2 halves together. Let me quickly Google the total cost in ingots for an iron anvil, because I don't have it memorized. And I don't want to start until I have 10 per half, so 20 total. I think that sounds right. As long as I don't make mistakes. And I've got... So if I work these iron blooms, I can do half of it right now. So just to confirm, keep working on iron anvil or do something else. I'm periodically going to ask this so that I don't keep going down the rabbit hole unless it's a popular choice. I'm happy to do it. I just want to confirm. All right, we're going to keep going. I wonder if I'm going to have enough charcoal. 37 left. And I have a little bit of black coal as well. I wonder if I'm going to have enough to actually finish this process. So the advantage of the iron anvil is it will allow me to make meteoric iron, which is tier 4. So in terms of tiers, you got copper, which is tier 1, bronze, there's 3 types of bronze, but essentially all bronze is tier 2. So you have tin bronze, bismuth bronze, and black bronze at tier 2, then iron at tier 3, meteoric iron at tier 4, and then steel at tier 5 would be sort of the TLDR. And I cannot make steel or meteoric iron things on my tin bronze anvil because the tin bronze anvil is simply too soft for it. So the advantage of making an iron anvil is the iron anvil will allow me to make better things. You know, meteoric iron and steel stuff. So if I was just simply concerned only about making iron tools, an iron anvil wouldn't be necessary immediately. Because iron tools can be made on a bronze anvil, but not meteoric iron. And I've already found, last stream I found a source of meteoric iron. So if I want to be able to put that meteoric iron to good use, I would need an iron anvil. And an iron pick. So the idea is once I have the, and I'm guessing you're going to vote on it, but I'm going to put it to poll anyway, is once I have an iron anvil and an iron pick, I already have the iron pick, I can head out to that meteoric iron and mine it up, stick it in a bloomery, smelt it down, and then make something out of it. And meteoric iron being tier 4 will make for really good, like a really good falx. You know, a blade or something. It's probably, meteoric iron is probably best used to make weapons and a pick than anything else. Because the amount of meteoric iron you need for like a suit of armor is going to be somewhat prohibitive. Wow, this, that ingot didn't have a lot of extra on it. I barely had enough. So I hope that answers your question. Why bother with the iron? Or the anvil, rather, the iron anvil. Blooms do be like that, yeah, they do. There was one extra voxel of error room. It is weird that I have to stand on this. I should probably have an elevated anvil or something. So higher level tools will allow you to like mine faster, higher durability, yeah. Basically what chat said. Okay, the bloomers are done. So we have, I'm actually going to mine away because these blooms will still be hot. And that way I won't have to reheat them. And start working these. If I was trying to be super economical, what I would have done is staggered my bloom firings so that the iron blooms could come out staggered and be hot. And if I had a health hammer to pair with that, you wouldn't necessarily even need to reheat your blooms, saving you a lot of fuel. Because health hammers will be able to process an iron bloom into ingots very, very quickly. Like, each one of these takes me, what, like 5 minutes, let's say? A health... 3 health hammers can do this in like 10 seconds. A triple health hammer setup. And with no durability damage, because I'm about to break my hammer. Oh, I hear drifters below me. And there it goes. I don't even have a spare stick. Ah! Ouch! Alright, hold on to the tongs. I'll take a few extra sticks, so I don't have to do this silly run. Oh, hello! I technically don't have anything that stops them from coming up here. Probably should, but it just hadn't been on my high priority things to do, which is like better base security. And because I want to work these blooms before they cool down, I am not going to be adding a door down there just yet. This looks like it's almost too cool to work. Oh, too cool to work. Meaning that all of the other polymeries, there's no rush. In fact, I'll just get rid of them now. Their blooms are all going to be cold. Eventually I could add a quench pit. The thing is, it's not necessarily urgent because of how easy it is just to put the hot ingot in until it's ready. So it's a nice to have, not a need to have. Also, you can... one of the advantages of the hot ingots is if you're trying to make a tool out of the hot ingot, you don't have to reheat the ingot, right? So sometimes having a hot ingot is nice if you want to go straight from forging an ingot into creating a tool out of it. No sense in cooling it back down only to heat it back up. There's not a... And like in real life, there's not a mechanical advantage to quenching in this game. Or annealing. Metalwork is complicated, but not that level of complicated. Wow, this one has a lot of slag. I feel like there's more slag on this than all the others that I've processed. It would be rather painful if quenching and annealing was the thing, I agree. Well, that and like... Then what they would just have to make it so that, well, essentially, like, that could be a thing, but then I would say you would need an in-game system to be able to repair tools. As it is now, once you use up a tool, it's gone. You just, like, kind of, it breaks, it disappears into nothing. But if it was a more complex system to make, like, a blade or a tool or something like that, they would definitely need a way to fix them. And then it would be okay. But because... currently, there is no such system to fix broken things. It would be way too punishing to require, like, quenching and annealing, and then be like, oh, and also, you use up your tools and they're gone for good. That would be like, no, excuse me, no. So, we have got 1, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11 ingots right now. So I can start to work on half of the anvil. I do, however, have some home intruders that need to be dealt with, I think. Stop. Stop. Calm down. Because I don't really want to listen to them grumble forever. I probably have a rift nearby. Oh, look at you. Let's get our armor on. Ow, stop hitting me. Ow, stop it. You're gonna regret that. Alright, let's live up to what we promised. And make them regret it. Give me flax or give me death. Your death, not mine. Well, those losers literally dropped nothing. I love when they hit each other with rocks. Man, these are some poor drifters. I mean, I know they're only surface drifters, but you'd have thought I'd gotten flax by now, at least. Pfft, literally not a single one dropped anything. I hear some more out here. I'm gonna run around without the shield, because I probably don't need it for these level zeros. Hold the lantern in my offhand instead. Oh yeah, I can hear the rift is actually over by where my pit kilns are. I heard it in this direction. It's right there. Okie dokie. Back to anviling. Or actually... I'm contemplating whether or not... Oh, you got killed not even by me. Whether or not to, like, try to wall up the bottom of my base so that they can't come upstairs. But, like, none of them have even bothered to come upstairs yet. So I'm not going to worry about something that has not yet to happen. I do need more food, though. So the spelt porridge is 2 more servings. And then once those servings are used up, I'll have to cook a new batch of stuff. Probably with vegetables. Probably some hearty vegetable stew. Because my vegetable nutrition is falling behind everything else by a lot. So, let's craft the base first. There's one upstairs chucking rocks at me. I don't see anyone up here anymore. What I don't have is, excuse me. I don't have lanterns lighting this stuff up because I was waiting. The lanterns costs a lot of plates, which take a lot of time to forge by hand. So I was waiting until I got a Helvhammer to mass craft lanterns because it's going to save me a lot of headache. I'm actually going to take a quick break from the iron anvil just to manage the crops, though, because a lot of the farm is ready to go. My cabbage was all set. So cabbage is an N, as is spelt, so I can't place cabbage back there. But I can put black seeds where they grew. This flax should be very close to ready. Once this batch of flax is done, I can also pivot and make a windmill. Although, what I will say is the effort to make a full windmill is effortful. Oh, that wasn't mature. That was dumb. Not mature. Yeah, not mature. Okay, this used up its K, so I'll put cabbage in there instead. And onion. Cabbage is sort of the mega vegetable, the super vegetable, because it satisfies a huge amount of satiety when eaten. Okay, farm is all set for now. I'm gonna let the beehives continue to do their thing. Got a lot of spelt grain. Basically, we're out of protein, and we only have, like, very close to spoiled fruit, which is not great. I need to get jamming again soon. Hey, bud. Back to the anvil, finally. And it's 3 in the morning, so soon it will be light out, and I'm not going to have drifter problems as a result. Some of these are still a little hot. No, they're stacking. Never mind. There is a method of pickling vegetables, yes. It requires salt, which I do not have. Vegetables last a lot longer than fruit. So it's a lot less urgent to pickle vegetables versus to jam your fruit. Because veggies will last, like in a proper cellar, they'll last up quite a while. But it's not to say I ought to get around to it at some point. I just don't know where salt is. I haven't really gotten a lot of hits for halite. I would guess there's probably halite in these hills around here. If I was a guessing man. But without a halite or sylvite prospecting queue, I don't know where to look. All right, so we are making the anvil base. And the anvil base requires a lot of iron to be piled up. So here is the voxels for the anvil base, where it's very wide on the bottom. I'm a little worried that I don't have, I only have this hammer. I might need more hammers, because this project will chew up my hammer pretty bad. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 14th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind for this series I've asked for no spoilers or backseating. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to that, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.